Welcome back. We continue with that developing story, and for more on this, we're now joined by SABC News international editor Sophie Mokoena, who's been tracking the developing story and coming out of Malawi this evening, and she joins us now via our telephone line. Sophie, thank you so much for your time once again this evening. I mean, we've just seen there President Chakwera of Malawi addressing the nation and assuring them that rescue operations will continue until the plane has been found. What can you tell us at this stage?
Well, what we hear from Malawi, our sources are telling us that even people in Malawi have decided to join the search. And as you heard, the president got information after there was no link or communication with that flight. And then he requested that they must immediately embark on a search. But he got information or update around 3 o'clock. And then the statement was released at 5 o'clock and now addressing the nation at 11 p.m. And therefore, I mean, the sense of urgency, that's what people are asking for. You know, I've just indicated earlier on that with Kenya, when that helicopter crashed, we got information on time, and the Kenyan authority were updating information hour by hour. And the same with Iran. When that helicopter got missing, they immediately informed the world about an incident. That is why countries such as Turkey and Russia were able to send the rescue teams there, even though it was a mountainous area. And because of the weather, it was very difficult to locate the crash site. In terms of signal as well, they couldn't link with telephones of those who were in that helicopter. Now, the question here is, I mean, when you look at 10, 3, 5, 11, and secondly, he pointed out that he has received messages from international community, particularly countries such as UK, US, and Israel. The question is, did he ask for assistance in the SADC region, his neighbor, you know, all the neighboring countries, you know, and I can assure you there are countries in the SADC region who have capabilities, including the drones. A country like South Africa, we have companies that are manufacturing drones here in South Africa, in Pretoria. So I'm just saying, yes, well and good, US, UK, Israel. What about the SADC region, the neighboring countries? Because it will be much easier for them to fly in quickly. In some countries, it will even take 45 minutes. Now, if you wait for the Americans, how many hours? If you wait for UK, how many hours? If you wait for Israel, how many hours? And I think the fact that he doesn't mention assistance that he's getting from the SADC region, this is a real problem, because we expect the SADC region to support each other. There's an organ on politics, defense, and security. And because this was a vice president, you would even think that he will quickly call the chair of the organ on politics, defense, and security. That is Hakainde Hichilema in Zambia. Hakainde will then get in touch with all the heads of state and government, seek assistance. The same with Angola, the current chair of SADC. And therefore, I think, I don't know. That's my view. Maybe I'm missing something, but I think the SADC region has got capacity
and Sophie,
to assist with the search.
And Sophie, I was about to come to that. I mean, I heard him there talking about, you know, the help that they are receiving from first world nations, but no mention there as well from the SADC region. I mean, what do you make of it? Why wouldn't he first reach out to his SADC counterparts before he reaches out to the likes of the US for assistance in this nature?
Maybe it's the trust issues, because, you know, these neighboring countries, sometimes they do pretend as if there are no issues when there are issues. And, I mean, but for me, what is strange is that Malawian troops are currently were in Cabo Delgado, and they were in the DRC. They are in the DRC as part of the SADC contingency. And therefore, I think, I think he's missing an opportunity to quickly get assistance from SADC. And I'm saying, Mbali, I know I've visited a company in Pretoria, in Centurion, that is manufacturing drones. South Africa has got capability. You know that with Iran, they had to use drones to get to the crash site. And I think even here, if they did request help earlier on and the drones were sent, or the other military around SADC were able to send their capability, I think by now the story would have been different, because as I pointed out, countries such as Angola, they are very good in terms of military capability and precision. The same with the South African Defence Force. So I think people will be asking hard questions, including asking hard questions to the SADC leaders to come clean about this issue, whether he did reach out to his peers in the region or on the continent generally, before maybe engaging with the Americans, UK, Israel, because they are too far. I'm not saying they shouldn't help, they must help, but remember, it's better to get to a nearest hospital if you need medical attention. You can't drive 5 hours to Bloemfontein to get medical help,
and
unless you have a plane to fly to that particular hospital. So that's what I'm arguing, that SADC has got capacity. 10 a.m. Now it's dark, and the weather also is bad.
And you keep on making reference, to the likes of Kenya and the likes of Iran, who've also experienced such problems. And one would ask, what can we learn from the likes of Iran as well as Kenya in terms of how they dealt with this kind of a situation?
Sense of urgency. Much as Kenya was not able to save lives of those who perished in that helicopter, but communication was very quick. The same with Iran. Much as they were not able to save the lives of those who perished in that helicopter crash, information was there. We reported the story from 5 o'clock p.m. and the incident had happened, I think, around 2 or 3. And the whole night there was information until such time, early hours of the morning the next day, they were able to locate the site. And I think that's what you have to learn. Be aware that if you delay, you are delaying help. In other words, even people whose lives can be saved, now they will be in danger because it's cold and maybe they are injured. And therefore, if you don't move with speed, you are just going to have a disaster. My sense of urgency, and with military, we talk about military precision. You expect the military to have sense of news and just tell the president, please ask our neighbors to come and help us. We don't have capacity. We don't have the capability, if that was an issue. Or perhaps let's get the drones. Let's quickly get the drones.
All right, Sophie, thank you so much for that update and for your time this evening. That's our international news editor, Sophie Mokoena, there, just giving us an update in terms of that address we have seen from the Malawian president, of course, talking about that missing plane. Of course, on that plane was the vice president of Malawi.